Hello, everyone, and welcome to my, I'm very, very sorry, extremely late um, reaction to Liverpool versus Yokohama. I apologise profusely. This is like the second show that I've had to delay. It's basically, long story short, it's just been a bit of an insane week for me. So, bit of context. Basically, last Thursday, went to go and watch Fantastic Four. Then Hulk Hogan died, so I had to do a live stream on that. I did my live stream on Fantastic Four literally about 20 minutes after that I'd finished. Friday, I ended up having to do something at work. Then I left work to go and see a mate. Then I saw a mate, looked after my son, passed him on for a sleepover, went out for a mate's 40th birthday party, got slightly and then basically went to Rev Pro Sheffield, which is a British independent wrestling company. Did a vlog there, did loads of shorts, got back at some ridiculous time in the morning on Monday morning. It was like, I don't know, 3 o'clock in the morning or something like that. Pretty much whole day in bed. Then the Tuesday, had a boatload of stuff to do. Been to see my mum today, doing various things. Hi, mum. And then I ended up basically missing the Yokohama match. I've literally just watched the highlights now, that's why I'm on so late. And now I'm here at 1:45 in the morning, where I can't imagine there's going to be many people up. I'm just having a look at the comments actually. There have been comments. Let's have a look. Quite a few from Johnny lad. I'm very, very sorry that I'm on so late, mate. I will be back on Liverpool duties this Monday. I was telling you guys about for Red Monday, which is when I go and see Athletic Bilbao, but I'll talk about that in a minute. Anyway, match reaction. So, match reaction is obviously it's not going to be a great match reaction because I actually missed both of it. I was going to watch Redmen and basically end up watching their commentary and then just doing some notes and then watching the highlights afterwards. So I've literally just seen the highlights, literally you're talking about 10 minutes ago, give or take. Things that I noticed. So I've watched about 10 minutes of highlights. Basically, I've wrote about the three goal scorers. So, in fact, no, the first thing I was going to say was, having not seen all of the match, I've literally just seen a 10-minute package. I know it's only friendly and it was against Yokohama, but I've noticed in a lot of the pre-season matches, so the three that we've had, is this the third one? I think it's the third one, isn't it? We seem to be getting cut to ribbons defensively through central midfield, and then like the defence is not defending wonderfully well. So I don't know if this is Arna trying to adapt the system for us to be a lot more attacking and have a lot more possession in the final third, but like not the goal, but one of the, I don't know who the Yokohama person was, but basically there was a lad that boots the ball over to this other Yokohama striker, to put it scientifically, obviously, and like he was completely on his own, like on the not the left hand side, to the right hand side, so where probably where Frimpong was meant to be. He was just completely on his own. He squares the ball and this lad misses basically. But I'm just like, well, where bloody hell was the defence? Like, it was kind of, it reminded me of a lot of what we used to have with Trent a little bit, to be honest, on that side. So I'm not necessarily blaming Frimpong, but like it, we just seemed very, very open. I mean, defensive midfield wise, I was like, what bloody hell's been going on the last couple of games? Look, admittedly, it's friendly, obviously. Look, I have to remember that Liverpool will not play like this in real time, but I don't know whether Arna's trying something a bit differently with the system. I've got no idea, but we just seem to be very, very open to me, to be honest. But yeah, basically, so we went behind. I don't know who the lad was who scored. Actually, to tell you what, fair play to the Yokohama striker. That was a really good finish, actually, to be fair to him. Liverpool got the offside trap completely wrong. Verge was kind of at fault. And so Yokohama went 1-0 up in the 51st minute, whenever it was. I don't know. And then basically we scored 3 goals in like the last half an hour, and there was 2 goals in, what was it now, 10 minutes? I want to say 10 minutes, give or take. So first one we got was Florian Wirtz. I did want to mention that, to be honest. So obviously it came from a break from the goalkeeper, saved it. Ball gets played in, keeper and defender sort of kick it out. And I know it was quite a finish from like a very, very close angle, but just the way Wirtz took it, I know it's a bit weird, but like it was absolutely fantastic. It was just the way that he literally just went nah, goal, and there was no rush, there was no hurrying up, there was no trying to blast the ball past the goalkeeper. He literally just went dink, placed the ball, and it was just like, yeah, I do this all the time. And I think that's going to be the difference with Wirtz. He looks like a lad that is not going to be bothered what occasion he is playing. He is not going to be remotely bothered if it's a League Cup final, if it's a Champions League quarter final, if it's like a 6 points with 3 games to go. He just looks nerveless. Again, I know I get that it's friendly and I do understand that, but he just looks a cut above already. This lad is going to be special. He's going to be very, very, very special for this football club. So yeah, Wirtz gets the equaliser, and then Trey only gets the second. Just shout out to Jeremy Frimpong. I mean, again, I know it was quite close, but just his technique and everything. What a ball! What an absolute ball that was. I mean, it was inch perfect. I mean, it was a really good finish by Neoni, to be fair, because Frimpong sort of cuts it in, and then Neoni, like, I can't show my foot obviously, but sticks his leg out kind of like that. And it goes in sort of the top left-hand cornerish. It was a fantastic goal. But yeah, fair play to Frimpong as well. I think with Frimpong, it's looking very much like we're going to have to make the Trent deal. He's going to be money at right back. He's going to be very defensively good at right back, but he's not always going to be there at right back. So I think Verge and Ibu, Joe Gomez, Mark Gay, if he does sign, whoever it's going to be in the centre backs, are going to have to cover a lot of ground. I mean, I'm assuming when maybe Frimpong goes forward, maybe Sobbo's going to have to drop back or something and like sort of cover that side for him. Maybe, I don't know if that's what the plan is, or maybe we are just. It's coming across as maybe Slot's thinking, do you know what? We've got Wirtz, we've got Ekatike, we've got Mo Salah, we've got Cody Gakpo. He was really good again. In my opinion, anyway, from the highlights that I saw, we've got Jeremy Frimpong, we've got McAllister, we've got Brandenburg, and maybe Slot's just like, do you know what? Like, these lads are reasonably okay in defence, but we are not AC Milan from Arrigo Sacchi's time, basically. If you don't know who that is, kids ask him on to Daz. But yeah, I'm just wondering if Slot is just going to be like, do you know what? Let's just go all out and let's just go for it and let's just blow teams away. I might be completely wrong, but it just looks like it's changed a little bit to me. I don't know. Anyway, so yeah, Neoni gets the second goal, puts us in front, and then Rio Ingamola. I mean, look, I've been saying this for at least 2 weeks now. This lad cannot be sent on loan. Like, he's ready now. Like, not rotating in and out of squads for League Cup matches, not 10 minutes in dead Champions League ties. This lad is ready right now. Like, to be playing. I'm not suggesting for a minute that Rio should be playing up front instead of Mo or anything daft like that. But I definitely think there's an opportunity to rest either Gakpo or a Salah or an Ekatike and bring Rio, because if you've been dealing with all them three and Florian Wirtz, the last thing as a big cumbersome defender or even a fast defender you want is some 16-year-old lad who's faster than Usain Bolt coming up for the last 15 minutes. I think we've got a right player on our hands. So for me, again, feel free to disagree in the comments, it's everyone's opinion, but I would have him in the squad for the rest of the season, and he would be my go-to to come off the bench with, I don't know, Ekatika. I mean, I said this in one of my videos the other day. I don't know if the plan is to have Wirtz with maybe Salah and Gakpo, or dare I say Alexander Isak. I mean, I don't know how the Isak thing would change things, but I would not be letting this lad go at all. I mean, I would probably let Ben Doak go on loan. I would like to keep him personally, but obviously we've got to consider as well, we've just lost Luis Diaz, which I'll talk about in a minute, and also, God rest his soul, we lost Diogo, so two of the, for very different reasons obviously, but we've got two positions at the six strikers that we've got. I would be more than happy if Rio Ingamola was our sixth best option. That's absolutely fine with me. Obviously, we don't know what's going on with Kaiser and Nunes, but Kaiser got left out of the squad. I think it's very likely he's on his way. Is Darwin on his way? I've heard some tissel tattle online that basically Nunes might be staying. I don't know if that's true, and I really cannot see it, to be honest. But I mean, who knows? Maybe we could offer Nunes part exchange for Alexander Isak and see if the Geordies fall for it. The people of Newcastle are not fools to be conned, so I would be very surprised if they went for that, to be fair. But we could always try. Who knows? Yeah. So basically, speaking of Rio, he got the third goal. I mean, again, just the way he took it, the confidence. I mean, he literally just rags about 3 or 4 people, like spanning, cutting on his. I can't tell my left from my right. That's a really weird thing about me, by the way. I have some sort of weird perception thing where I don't know. But he cuts in from the right and then bends the ball in sort of the top right, the lower right hand corner. And it was just like it was effortless. I mean, again, you have to consider it's pre-season friendly. And is he going to be doing that against, I don't know, Ruben Diaz, John Stones, Saliba and Gabriel? Probably not. But he looks very confident. So, yeah. Oh, hi, unknown edits. How you doing, mate? You all right? Yeah, so he, for me, just to finish, Rio and Gamoa cannot be sold this summer, and I will drive to Anfield personally and block Arne Slot from selling him, basically. So, yeah. Other things about the match, I was really pleased that Wataru got that ovation before the match. So I've literally just seen the Redmen video. So they're announcing all the teams. They announced Andy Robbo, Frimpong, this, that, and the other, and Wataru's name got mentioned. Like basically the whole crowd went absolutely mental and started chanting his name and this, that, and the other. So yeah, pleased for Wataru. Unless he's going to be sold, I'm actually very pleased he's saying, to be honest, because that guy's going to be very useful. I mean, I'm getting very worried about the defensive situation. As it stands, we've got Ibu and Verge, and basically Wataru Endo and a half-fit Joe Gomez, Nalo and Stevenson. They desperately need a centre-back, unless, of course, this experiment with Andy Robertson is going to carry on and they're going to make him a centre-back. I mean, I really would prefer that was not the case. Unless, of course, there's some random thing like Stefan Bajcetic is going to come back and play centre-back, or they're going to drop back Ryan Gravenberch. But I lived through the Henderson Fabinho experiment. That cannot happen under any circumstances whatsoever. Hi Henley, you alright mate, how you doing? Yeah, so that cannot happen under any circumstances, so hopefully we will go into the market very soon, but I don't know. Other things that happened today, so that was the match. Like I said, I can't comment on it too much. No problem, Henley. Have a good night, mate, and have a good day yourself, pal. Thanks for dropping in. Cheers, pal. You're a good one. Other things that happened today, so no problem, mate. Basically, Lucho Diaz left. Now, obviously, as a lot of you know who follow me, I was not tremendously pleased about that, to be honest. I know I'm in the minority, and that's fine. I don't mind being in the minority whatsoever. I really like Luis Diaz, and I thought he played really well for Liverpool, to be honest. Not all the time by any stretch of the imagination. He was very inconsistent at times, I will give you that. But I thought overall, if you look at his impact for 3.5 years, I mean, this is a rough guess, but I'm assuming he's had about 16, 17 assists for Liverpool and scored 35, 40 goals, which as a left winger is absolutely fine. Should a player of Luis Diaz's quality score more than that? Definitely. Should he assist more than that? Definitely. But to be fair, last season I think his numbers were 14 goals and 6, 7 assists or something like that. I mean, that isn't at all bad. And it's like, oh, he's not got as many as Mo Salah, blah, blah, blah. It's like, Mo Salah is the best footballer on the face of the planet. I mean, pretty high bar to reach. So, but at the same time, I do accept that Luis Diaz, obviously, it goes without saying, is 29 years old in like 2 or 3 months. And Bayern Munich had just offered us and basically paid 65 million quid with add-ons, driving it up to 70 million quid. Now, I don't know if it'll ever go to 70, but 70 million pounds for a 29-year-old footballer, we can't turn that down. I mean, obviously we've lost Bobby for free, we've lost Ox for free, we've lost obviously Trent technically for free, even though we got the fee. We haven't done well on transfers and recouping things for a long, long time. So it's a very good sale, to be fair, to FSG. Like I said, it was 70 odd million quid near enough. I mean, you can't turn that down for a 29-year-old player. But yeah, just to sound a bit conflicted by it, I wish, like I said, Lucho all the best. I will miss him a lot. I wish him all the success in the world. I hope Lucho, if for some reason you're watching the stream, I hope you do really well. You've been fantastic for this football club. You played for this football club when your mother and father had been kidnapped. I mean, excuse my language, but I wouldn't have the balls to do something like that. It was truly brilliant, and the fact that he scored that equaliser against Luton and then was basically our best player for like 3 or 4 months, carried the team in his back while his father was still being negotiated with a ransom for the kidnapping. I mean, I will never forget that. I know some people are a bit not cool with his dad, but I mean, I kind of would point out that his dad got kidnapped. Like, he might not be in the best mental state when he's coming out with these things about Barcelona and stuff. I mean, I've never been kidnapped, so I don't really want to be kidnapped. I can't imagine it's too much fun at the interfair. But yeah, anyway, just Lucho, love you, mate. Thanks for everything, and you've been outstanding at this football club. So yeah, let's have a look. My channel is Jensen Powell. Okay, dude, I'll try and check it out. My wife's boyfriend locked me out the room, and I hear them giggling in what should I do? She is probably cheating. Sluddy and unknown, I am going to respectfully not get involved in that. Yeah, I don't know because I'm not there, so good luck to you that one. Only other things and bits and pieces today, obviously Ekatike came on. He had a really good back heel attempt, which the goalkeeper saved. Not much you can garner from it at the end of the day, pieces and friendly, but he looked lively enough, so hopefully he's going to be a good signing for us. But who knows, obviously he's only 22, 23 years old, so it's just a case of giving him a lot of time. What else? Random thing, Liverpool's new kit got accidentally released today by, I think it was Florian Wirtz and Jeremy Frimpong accidentally putting it up their Instagram or something daft like that. So I reckon those two are going to be running together. They look like they've got a good shorthanded sarcasm and being funny. But yeah, I don't know if it was Florian that was the one that released it, but there was like loads of pictures of him on the channel and this, that, and the other. So yeah, that was pretty cool. Also, as well, yeah, sorry, dude, I can't read that to be honest. Also, as well, the only other bit of news that we've had is about Alexander Isak. So basically, the last bit of news that we got was that Fabrizio Romano, obviously, hello mate. Fabrizio Romano basically tweeted or whatever on his channel that basically Liverpool are still in the prime position because there's been some rumours about Manchester United beating us to Isaac's signature. And I said to my brother, I was just like, dude, if Alexander Isak joins Manchester United instead of us after finishing in 15th place when we're the champions, then I don't really want him, to be completely honest. But there we go. Hi mate. Yeah, I'm all right. It's very late in the UK. So yeah, I am a bit tired, but otherwise okay. You're from Turkey, nice one. I'm from the UK. Unknown edits. I'm at nearly 200 subs. Oh, congratulations, dude. Well done. I've just gone over 1,000, so yeah, just keep going, mate. Yeah. So in terms of the Isak thing, look, dude, I don't know what's going to happen. My suspicion is, I personally don't think we're going to sign Alexander Isak, but now I'm a very, very negative person. I would like to point out. I just don't. Put it this way: when Liverpool were 5-1 up against Spurs when we won the title, I was still shouting at the TV screen in the 83rd minute for the lads to keep the ball in the corner because I was that worried about us conceding. What would it have been? 5 goals and losing the title on that day, basically. So I am not the best person to ask to be positive, but I don't know. I've just got a feeling he might end up staying at Newcastle, maybe, and end up at like Arsenal next year. I don't know. Obviously, I hope that it goes without saying. I hope we do sign him. But for me, like I said before, we desperately need, I would say, 2 centre backs, if not 3 centre backs. We cannot go into next season with Wataru Endo. As much as I love Endo, I think he's superb. I think he'll do a really good job. And a half-fit Joe Gomez and 2 young lads, but we cannot have that. We need, I would say, 2 centre backs, if not 3. Mark Gay, if that's the only one that comes in, fine. But I think we need to go into a loan market. Basically, if there are already decent centre backs that you could have as 4th and 5th choice cover, even if it's like a £3 or £4 million loan, just get them in. At least it's a body. It's better than nothing. Basically, I do not want Ryan Gravenberch playing at centre back. I mean, the only other reason why I can see Slot being keen on doing that, obviously Gravenberch's very good defensively, and then maybe you could have Wirtz, Szoboszlai, and McAllister in midfield. But I really would prefer that was not the case. Unknown edits, Messi or Ronaldo, Lionel Messi every day of the week, best player I've ever seen, the end. Yeah, so basically folks, that's pretty much it, to be honest. Like I said, I can't really say too much about the game because unfortunately I missed the whole bloody thing. Thank you very much to my family. And like I said, anyone that was missing the stream, yes, lad, including, this is a message for Johnny. Johnny, if you see this, I'm really sorry, dude, that I changed the time 2 times, but it was like a bit of a family, I wouldn't go as far as emergency, but a bit of a family conundrum, shall we say. So I couldn't do the live stream twice when I promised. I will try and get better at that. And I'm really sorry. I'm actually doing a bit of a side quest this one, folks. I'm doing a live stream in about 6 hours time, so I need to go to bed pretty shortly. If any of you are wrestling fans, I'm watching AEW, so I'm getting up in, I think AEW just finished now actually about 5 minutes ago, so I'm going to be getting up in about 4 hours time, which is not really cool to be honest, but hey ho, this is life of a supposed YouTuber now basically. Yeah, so I'll be getting up in about 4 or 5 hours reviewing AEW, and then I'm going to be trying to go live about 8 o'clock in the morning, so maybe about 6.5 hours time, so just keep an eye on the channel for that. In terms of other stuff, before I head off, because it's like 2:10 in the morning and I definitely need to get some sleep. Yeah, basically, what I'm, yeah, unknown, yeah, I'm heading off soon as well, mate. You get some sleep, lad. Thanks for watching. Yeah, folks, in terms of what's happening next, so I've probably mentioned this to, obviously, a few of you who are subscribed to my channel, you'll know what's going on, but just for anyone that's new to the channel, I'm actually going to be at Anfield in, when is it now? What are we on? Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday? Yeah, I'm going to be at Anfield in 4 days' time for the Atletico Bilbao match. Now, I'm going to the 5 o'clock Bilbao match, and it's not going to be the 8 o'clock match, so I don't know who we're going to get. I suspect, unfortunately, the 8 o'clock one might be your Florian Wirtz's and your Gakpos and Salahs, and I will be left watching, I don't know, Jimmy Trey or something like that. Yeah, no, it'll be cool to see whoever it is. Look, at the end of the day, if it's a load of youth team players, it's fine. Look, I still get to go to Anfield and see Liverpool Football Club player. I appreciate it's a friendly, but there are many people from all over the world who will never even go and get to see a friendly. I've seen like 20, 30 league matches, loads of cup ties, loads of friendlies and legends matches, and I've probably seen Liverpool about 30, maybe 40 times live, so which is not a shit ton, to be fair, but it's still a lot better than a lot of people do get, to be honest, so I am still grateful, so it'll be good. Anyway, I'm doing something called Red Monday on Monday, so basically what I'm going to do is I'm leaving Leeds, hopefully where I live, about 8 or 9 o'clock in the morning. Say hopefully because I'm actually watching WWE the night before with one of the lads, and we're going to be up having a few libations till about 4 in the morning, and then I'm going to do a live reaction. So I'm hoping to get about 3 hours sleep. So hopefully this does work out. But yeah, basically, long story short, I should be at Anfield about 12:30, 1 o'clock in the morning. So Anfield Stadium, not inside the stadium. I'm going to go do a live stream, and I'm going to walk around the ground. So I'll take you to all the murals, I'll take you around the ground, I'll take you to the murals at the back end, past the cop, and then I'll basically circle around and just show you the back bit of Anfield and this, that and the other. Yeah, so I'll do that. I'm going to do like a podcast for the next week while I'm there. I'm going to do a match day vlog of when I'm inside the stadium, not live obviously because I can't do that because that's kind of illegal. And then I'm going to put on shorts of all the best bits that happen in the match, and then I'm going to do like a live reaction from outside the ground, and then there'll be like a mural tour and this, that, and the other. Basically, long story short, on London there'll be loads of Liverpool content basically. Yeah, and then there'll be some content on the Friday, and just keep an eye on the channel, but there'll be boatloads of content on Monday basically is what I'm getting at. So yeah, cool. Let's have a look. AR player ratings versus Bradley. AR, to be honest, mate, I can't comment on the ratings. From what I've read, I don't think it was the world's finest performance, to be fair, but I can't comment because basically, mate, I didn't actually see anything until I watched the highlights literally about 20 minutes ago, so I had like a family thing, so I've literally just got on, so I've seen 10-15 minutes of highlights. Yeah, I don't know, I'll happily take your word for it, to be fair, but at the end of the day, like I said, it looks pre-season friendly, it doesn't really matter. If you are from Leeds, I'm definitely from Leeds, dude, so as proof, I live in Beeston, so I am obviously I can't tell you exactly where I live, but I'm basically I'm somewhere near the B&Ms, if you know, around that way. So like I'm somewhere near the road going towards Morley, basically, if you know that area. Yeah, so I'm in and around there, so I'm not a million miles away from the ground. What do you think about Leeds United? Dude, to be honest, I'm a Leeds boy, and before I get all the comments, just to explain, I was actually born in Leeds, but I left in 1983, so I didn't grow up in Leeds. I actually ended up randomly in Eastbourne, which is down south, hence the weird accent basically. And I didn't come back to Leeds until 2002 or something like that. So you're talking it's 20 years. So I've lived in Leeds about 22 years now or something like that. So hence why I don't support the club. The reason I support Liverpool, and I've said this a million times, is I went to ask my dad in 1990 during the World Cup. It was a high large package, and they showed John Barnes, who obviously didn't have a great World Cup. I was like, Dad, who's that guy that plays for Liverpool? And his name's John Barnes, and basically said, okay, Daddy, I'll support Liverpool. And that was in July 1990, and I've been a Liverpool fan ever since. Don't ask me why, I've got no idea. So yeah, anyway, what do I think about Leeds United? Genuinely, mate, genuinely, because I'm a Leeds lad, and a lot of my family, there's 3 members of my family support Leeds. Most of the boys that I go drinking with and this, that, and the other are all Leeds fans. So honestly, I wish them nothing but the best. I actually think they'll stay up. To be honest, I think they'll be. I know a lot of people are predicting them to go down. To be honest, I think they'll be absolutely fine. I don't think they'll be anywhere near relegation with the way that Leeds play. I think they might get a few hammerings because obviously they do play quite open, but they're really good team, really attractive to watch. I think they'll be absolutely fine, dude. To be honest, I think Leeds will finish 13th, maybe. I think they'll be safe from relegation by mid-February, maybe late February, early March. I think they'll be absolutely fine, dude. To be honest. Uh, but obviously, I do not. I would prefer that they did not win on December the 2nd and December the 30th. Anyway, I'm actually keep this to yourself, but I might try and pull a bit of a surprise and possibly sneak into the ground and pretend that I am not a Liverpool fan, which my missus, who is a Leeds fan, has strongly recommended that I do not do because I think she's slightly concerned about me being beaten up, to be honest. So, yeah, there we go. I feel you ever drink Buckfast? Love that stuff. Luke, I have no idea what Buckfast is, my friend. What is it, lager? Is it lager or an ale or something? I don't know how I've never had it before. I think Sunderland, Burnley and Leeds United will be relegated. Leeds United fan base are rough and hooligan. I am not going to comment on that AR, to be honest, because like I said, I don't really want my close friends and missus to basically beat me up, which probably proves your point actually, but stuff, never mind. Yeah, so yeah, basically, folks, like I said, I'm going to head off in a minute because it's super late and I've got another. Oh, let's have a look. It's a caffeinated wine from Devon. Ah, you're talking my language, my friend. I love wine. My favourite wine is actually a Shiraz Jamshed. I don't know if you've had that. Honestly, mate, it is boss. It is absolutely superb. Like, Jamshed is so good. I could literally drink. It's like drinking water, but like really wonderful, tasty water that was made in heaven, basically. And I can just, I shouldn't really be saying this, because I only drink on my Fridays, but I could quite happily have. Oh, nice one, dude. Yeah. Dude, honestly, I could drink right most bottles of wine. I will take like a couple of hours over, kind of thing. Jamshed, honestly, I could drink it in about 15 minutes flat, and not even like give it the big one or anything. It's just so nice. I would happily just down it in about 15 minutes. So I've got to be super careful with it and stuff. But yeah, that's my favourite basically. I also like 19 Crimes. That's a really good wine. What's my other wine that I like? I used to drink McGuigan's actually. That was really good. Anyway, I'm getting slightly off topic here. Also, as well, I will be drinking wine after the Liverpool game against Bilbao. Yeah, I don't know why I'm telling you that, but basically, I'll be. I probably won't record this, but I'll be going to. I'm going to try and get to Red's Bar, and definitely Hotel Anfield beforehand to soak up some of the atmosphere. And then I'm going to go to a couple of boozers. I'm actually going to this on my own, so it's another kind of a funny story my brother will not appreciate. But basically, I went to go and book tickets, and there was like, I don't know, like 500 tickets left for this 5 o'clock game that I'm going to. So I thought to myself, oh, that's cool, nice one. I left. I come back, go to book the tickets, and I thought, because my brother didn't want to go, and I thought to myself, oh, I'll buy him a ticket, and then I'll just try and convince him to go. So I click on the website, bearing in mind it said 500 tickets, like a couple of hours before, and all of a sudden I click it and go, there is 1 ticket left for this match, would you like it? So I'm like, so I basically said to my brother, yeah, bro, I was going to buy you a ticket, but basically there was 1 left, so I had to buy it. Just for myself. So basically, long story short, I'm actually going to the match on my own on Monday. Look, I'm kind of weird like that. I don't mind doing stuff like this on my own. I actually quite enjoy it, to be honest. I don't know what that says about me, but hey, never mind. But yeah, let's have a look. Will Liverpool going to buy centre back and central defender that Liverpool don't look that great against Yokohama? Dude, to be honest, personally, for me, I think central defence midfielder, I think that's fine. For me, obviously, you've got Gravenberch. You can potentially play Sobbo there, and I know there's a lot of people that don't rate Retarendo. Personally, for me, I completely disagree. I think he's mustard. I think he's a really, really good footballer. I think he's superb since he's been in this football club. I would have no problem with him playing 2 or 3 matches on the bounce. Not a single problem. Is he the best central defensive midfielder in the world? No, absolutely not. But does he give his heart and soul for Liverpool Football Club? Yes, he does. And if he tries and works his balls off, basically, that's fine for me. Obviously, you've got Stefan Bajcetic as well, who I think is injured for another couple of months, maybe 2 or 3. So I think we've got options there. However, the centre back we need. I would argue we need 3, let alone 1. I hope they get Isaac signing wrap up before the season starts. I hope so, dude. I hope so. What is going to happen with Simicast? Right, I'll go through the list. Simicast, I reckon, stays because I think they might have Robbo as a centre back. I really hope not, because I really am not feeling that, to be honest. Tyler Morton will go. I reckon if anyone offers 8 to 10 million, he'll go. I think Harvey Elliott, unfortunately, will go. Ramsey. He's possibly gone on loan. I'm sure I read somewhere the other day that he'd gone on loan. I can't remember what's happening to Ramsey, but if he's not on loan, he will be leaving the club. Williams, Reece Williams. Is that what we're on about, Reece Williams? He was in Scotland, I think. I don't know if he ended up staying. I'll have a look into it, because I don't know if he's gone out on loan again. Chiesa will definitely go. I personally think Ben Doak will be sold outright. Look, he's like a Scottish international that's potentially going to be playing in like the Euros next year. Is it the Euros or the World Cup? I keep forgetting this. It's the World Cup, isn't it? Yeah. So I think Doak will go. I wouldn't be surprised if he went to the Ev. I wouldn't be surprised if he, funnily enough, Leeds United would be perfect. They'd love him. They'd love him around here. And Núñez, I don't know why I've got this random feeling we could end up keeping him. If we did keep Núñez, I would prefer that Rio Ingemoa was in front of him and Ekitike. I don't think, but at the same time, I don't think Darwin Núñez wants to be Liverpool's 6th choice striker. Again, it's a World Cup year, so he's not going to want that. He needs to play. So I reckon I can see basically all of them going, other than Costas. But I could be wrong, basically. Canate makes mistakes and Gomez injury prone. Yeah, agreed, absolutely. Virgil van Dijk is fit centre back. Yeah, and to be honest, mate, he wasn't. From what I saw today, like, I'm not blaming Virg, but I wouldn't say, looking at that the highlights that I saw, at least for the 15-20 minutes I saw, I wouldn't say that was Virg's finest performance himself. But obviously, he's, like I said again, it's pre-season, will be absolutely fine. So, but yeah, in my opinion, Liverpool need 3 centre backs, at least 3 centre backs. I mean, like I said, if they can get Mark Gay, bring in maybe a young centre back from somewhere else, and just get a loan signing just to cover us for a season, like, I don't know, I know this is a bit cheeky, but like Tomori from Milan or something, I don't know, something on them lines. Or I'm not saying buy Tyrone Mings, obviously it goes without saying, like, I'm not the best defender I've ever seen in the world, but someone of that experience who can at least come in for a couple of games. I'd quite like Ezri Konsa, to be honest, but I mean, if we went to Villa and asked for Konsa, I mean, I'd dread to think they'd probably be charging us about 89 million quid, so I don't know. I don't know what they're going to do about that, to be honest. The pitch looked back. Yeah, it didn't look great, did it? 2 gloves against Athletic. Yeah, well, like I said, dude, I'm going to the first one at the 5 o'clock one, so like I said, but if you want to keep an eye on the channel, I'll have highlights from that, and I'll do a match day vlog and a travel vlog and loads of different things and this, that and the other, so that'll all be coming up on Monday. I'm hoping to have most of the content up by about 8 or 9 o'clock, but obviously I'm going to be getting out of the ground at like 7 o'clock, and then I'm doing a live reaction, and I have to edit the videos and this, that and the other, so I'm hoping to have it up by about I'll have it up by latest at 10 o'clock. I mean, the broadband is super awesome at Liverpool. So if I can stitch together the video, I mean, it might even be up by about 7:30. But guys, obviously, just bear with me. It's going to be a bit mental. The other thing as well is I'm going to go and say goodbye to Diogo. I've got a shirt that I've wrote some messages on and stuff. And I'm going to take some flowers. So I'm not filming this because I need to go and say goodbye on my own in private, basically. I spoke about this the other day, but I'm still massively affected by what happened to Diogo Jota, and it really has hurt me, to be honest. So that's kind of why I bought the tickets as well, obviously to see Liverpool, but I need to be there at the ground personally to say goodbye to him, just to tell. Look, this might sound a bit lovey-dovey and woke or whatever. I need to just go and tell the bloke that I love him very, very much and that I miss him, basically. So that's the deal. Let's have a look. Charity Shield, Crystal Palace, Bournemouth, Newcastle, Arsenal, Burnley and Everton. Yeah. We need to be fully fit and match fit for the season. Yeah, I agree, mate. I agree. I mean, I don't know what Liverpool are going to do this season. Everyone seems to be thinking that we'll just cakewalk the league. I'm just going to put out a spoiler alert. That is not happening. We ain't winning the league by 10 points this year. I will tell you that now. Absolutely no chance. Can we win the league? Yeah. I definitely think we can win it again. Is it going to be by 10, 11 points? Absolutely no chance. There is no way Pep Guardiola will have a repeat of whatever that shambles was last season. Obviously, Arsenal and Arteta was at the stage he's in desperation mode. He needs a trophy next season. Otherwise, my prediction is Mikel Arteta is out on his arse this time next year. I think basically they're firing. I think this is his last chance. They've got to go for it. I think Newcastle, even with Sir Isaac, will do all right. I don't see him winning the league, but I can see him pushing for it maybe till April. I wouldn't say I'm worried about Chelsea in the slightest because they're a basket case football club, but they have just won 2 trophies and qualified for the Champions League. I mean, they've had a pretty decent last couple of months. As much as I don't like Chelsea Football Club, to be fair to them, the last 2 or 3 months you can't argue, to be fair. So can they go for a league title challenge? I mean, they all seem to like Maresca now after calling him a bold fraud and insulting the man basically. But now he's won them 2 trophies and got into the Champions League. Oh look, they love him and like, yeah, we're the world champions. And yeah, I thought the reaction of the Chelsea fans was quite interesting actually, because they were calling our World Cup winner Tin Pot Trophy, and they have since won 1, maybe 2 of them, and they seem to bask in being called world champions now. And it's like, I thought it was Tin Pot, dude, but yeah, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? I want the Premier League and Champions League, as do I, mate. I don't want Arsenal, Man City and Chelsea nowhere near the Premier League trophy, neither do I. I just want Liverpool to have it, basically. And I would like Liverpool to have the Premier League for the next 20 years until I die. However, that is not going to happen, unfortunately, but yeah. Yeah, folks, so that's it, basically. Right, I'm going to head off because I've got another one of these to do for pro wrestling. Like I said, if you're a wrestling fan, I'm going to be back on in, crikey, 5.5 hours, apparently. So yeah, I'm going to go and get some sleep now. Thanks, everyone, for watching. Like I said, I've got Liverpool Red Monday coming up next week. Just keep an eye on the channel for next week for Liverpool. There's going to be boatloads of Liverpool content. I'm going to be in Liverpool on the Tuesday as well, and I'm going to go round all the murals and stuff. I might even do a live thing with that. There'll definitely be a mural vlog as well somewhere down the line. I'm going to try and go around Liverpool, go to a few bars, see things in the city, go to Forbidden Planet, Worlds Apart, go to the docks, blah 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 blah, and then head off home. I will probably go via Manchester as well, because I want to try and go to Athletic Palace and their Forbidden Planet and the anime store and the geek store that they've got in the Trafford Centre now. So yeah, there's loads of good stuff coming up. Also as well, if you're a wrestling fan, I'll be watching SummerSlam this weekend, night 1 and night 2. The live reaction for Saturday might not be brilliant because I am going to be watching it at a pub with a few of the lads. Whether there even is a live reaction, because there will be a few libations being poured, I've got no idea, but I'm very much hoping to be live after SummerSlam. And like I said, I'm going from SummerSlam night 2, literally 3 hours sleep, then straight to Liverpool, and then I'll be back here in Leeds, and then I'll probably, when I get back to Leeds, I'll do a full wrap up of the weekend and stuff. and then obviously there'll be the Liverpool podcast that I do once a week. I do a podcast called Geek Boy, a Liverpool Story. So one of those is coming out on Sunday this week, so I haven't got time to do it for the Monday. I'm talking about going back and seeing Diogo Jota, so it's dedicated kind of to Diogo Jota. And then yeah, I'll probably go live again when I get back on like the Tuesday, just to speak to you guys and tell us how it all went. And then after that, it'll be the Community Shield, and then it'll be Bournemouth. Like I said, I'm going to be trying to go live a lot this year for like post-match reaction. Anytime I watch Liverpool, obviously in my house, I might try and do like a watch along as well. You know, kind of like what Red Men do and stuff like that. But we don't have Sky basically, so I sometimes will just pay for matches on like down TV and stuff that I really want to see. If we're live in like the Champions League or whatever for some stupid reason, then I might do watch longs basically. But yeah, leave that with us. But yeah, there'll be lots of cool Liverpool stuff coming up. If you're just Liverpool fans, so basically the way my channel works is it's Geek Boy Does Liverpool. That's the playlist that's got all the Liverpool content on. So you've got like there's Legends matches, there's an FA Cup match against Southampton, I think. There's the 4-0 against Tottenham last year, which was the last time I saw Diogo Jota. There'll be the highlights from this one, obviously. There's stadium tours, mural bits and pieces, Liverpool toys, and this, that, and the other. Basically, there's a boatload of content on there if you want to have a look. And then, if anyone's interested, hence Geek Boy next to the name, I do like 5-6 other different things. So I do Geek Boy Does Horror, Geek Boy Does Pride, Geek Boy Does, what else do I cover? Toy Hunts, Geek Boy Does Wrestling, and Geek Boy Does something or other which escapes me. Geek Boy Does Football, so sometimes I'll go around football stadiums. I'm going to start doing live streams and stuff now. I've been to, obviously, the Arsenal, I've been to Chelsea, I've been to Fulham, Wolves, Villa, Birmingham City, a few other bits and pieces I've been to. So in fact, I'm actually going to London in a few weeks. So I might try and go do live streaming in a few football grounds. So I'm going with my family, but I think we're staying somewhere near the Olympic Stadium where West Ham play. So I might try and live stream that. But yeah, there's loads of different football ground vlogs on the football bit as well. And then I do 3 podcasts. There's Geek Boy, a movie story, so I've got things like 28 Years Later and Fantastic Four and Megan and this, that and the other. And then there's Geek Boy, a wrestling story, which is I do the wrestling podcast. And then I've got Geek Boy, a Liverpool story, where once a week I'll do like a feature on Liverpool. Like not for long, it's like 10-15 minutes. If you want to give that a listen, you can do. And yeah, channel is all yours to watch, folks. So yeah, folks, I'm going to head off because, like I said, I need to be back up in about 5 hours. Thank you very, very much to everyone that's watched and interacted. Cheers, AR. It's been a pleasure to talk to you, mate. And I will see you all for another Liverpool thing basically on Monday for Red Monday in Bilbao. Cool. Thanks everyone for watching, and I'll see you all soon. Bye-bye.